Let's go to the phones. Kayla is joining us in Dublin, Ohio. Kayla, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey there, Ken. How are you?
Kayla, I am living the dream. How are you today?
I'm great, thanks.
Good. What's up?
Hey, I had a question about some work I've been doing for about 2 months now. A professional organizer in my community has been paying me to just do a little bit of side help with like her Instagram account. It was just too overwhelming for her. Speaking of connections and community, that right there is my sweet spot. Connecting within my community, helping grow like small businesses is where I get kind of like my drive, my energy. I love that sort of thing. And I've mostly just done it for helping friends. So helping her with this on the side a few hours a week, I've really enjoyed it. It gets me kind of fishing throughout the community, through social media, connecting with people that way for her benefit. She did say when I first started doing this that potentially we could grow it into more beyond just helping with her social media at some point. And I'm open to that idea, I think, but I've kind of thought I like what I'm doing for her at this level, and I would love to be able to help other businesses grow as well. So I'm trying to decide if I want to pursue that more with her and at what point I could question her on that, if she would like to pursue more of that, or if I just want to pursue doing what I'm doing for her, but for maybe, 2 or 3 other small local businesses.
Yeah, I feel like you already know, and you're just asking me to validate your actual thought. So I want to know what you actually think between the two. Do you expand your role with her, or do you do what you're doing for her now for other people? Which one is your heart? Which one is your heart choosing at this moment when you called me?
It would be helping
Yeah,
more.
It's not even close. It's so obvious in the way you set it up. So if you're trying to decide between the two and your heart's saying that one, let's call that one option. Let's call that one option A. Okay. What is holding you back from saying, oh, let's do this? Or what do you want to run by me that you're kind of unsure of, despite the fact that your heart's telling you that?
I guess just that she did put out there, like potentially we could do more. And how she found me was I had kind of put out on some of our local, your favorite word, network boards.
Yeah.
And mom boards, if anyone was looking for kind of some help that I could do part-time from home. And so she reached out to me that way. So I didn't know I don't really know, I guess, how to advertise and put myself out there in that sense. And if she saw me putting it on other boards, I don't want it to be like stepping on her toes. Like, well, I offered you further work. Why are you reaching elsewhere? I don't know if I should talk to her about it first and say, I would like to reach out to others. Do you mind? I don't want to put my future in her hands.
But you're not.
To that extent.
But you're not putting your future in her hands because you're only working on a part-time level on a specific type of a project or task, and you really like that. You want to do that for other people. You don't want to take her offer. You don't want her full-time job. Am I right?
I mean, if I couldn't get anyone else, then it wouldn't be a bad thing, but it wouldn't be my first choice.
Okay. But what I'm getting to is that you would like to go do social media. How would you describe this work for her that you're doing? Give me a quick summary. What is it? If you were to say in 2 sentences what you do for her that you want to do more of, what is it?
I guess it's pretty much like a social media assistant, except for I'm not on all of the like Twitter and Facebook and all that. And that's kind of a hesitant spot for me too. Like, I kind of hate Facebook marketing is
but what do you do for her? But what do you do for her
specifically?
I do
just Instagram for her. It's like an Instagram assistant, I guess.
Is it assistant or are you really managing the account? Like you're working with her on what the posts are and what the content are, so you're suggesting?
No, she does her own posting and I just help her keep up with it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so she has the content and you make sure that it gets posted at the right time and all that. You execute.
I make sure people are getting responded to and that I'm reaching out to people in the community to help draw more attention to her account, that sort of thing.
Okay, got it. All right. So one thing that I think you need to do is kind of define that. You know what I mean? And if there's somebody else out there that does that, what would you call that? Social media coordination or whatever, however you want to do that. Because I think you really like that type of work. And the only thing that you're thinking about is, well, gee whiz, I would like to have enough money that equals full-time money. And she's essentially offering me a full-time job. Am I correct on that?
No, she hasn't offered full-time. It's just like right now it's like 4 or 5 hours a week what I'm doing for her.
Okay.
And then she said, like, maybe we could grow it into me doing more of, like, assistant stuff.
Okay, Kayla, then, okay. All right, so here's the deal. You're way overthinking this. You need to stop. This is a super, super itty-bitty part-time job. You have nothing to lose. But what you really know is this the kind of work you want to do for other people? So the question is, have you identified other people or companies in your area or around the country? Because in a job like this, you don't even have to be local, but I think you've been thinking about it from a local standpoint. Is that correct?
Not entirely, just small business. I just kind of like to help small businesses.
So do that. So start putting the word out. You don't have to go on Facebook and go public where she could see it. This is just the proximity principle, which I'm happy to give you a copy of my book if you don't have it. Do you have it?
No, I don't.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to give it to you right now. Listen, you got to read the book. And I want you to get to that chapter in the 3rd section on the web of connections. And I want you can skip ahead as you're reading the book, but I want you to know, everybody you need to know. You know plenty of people. It's the law of the zip code, which is a law I created and I write about in the book. And it's in the 1st chapter of the places. So for people who aren't familiar with the book, the principle says in order to do what Kayla wants to do, she's got to be around people that are doing it and in places where it is happening. So who's doing social media for other people in the area, and you begin to learn, you begin to watch what they're doing, you watch what other people are doing, you learn about the industry a little bit and people who do this kind of work, and you just kind of get immersed in it, and it fires you up and you realize, oh, I can actually do this, okay? And then one of the places, there's 5 people in the book and 5 places. They're archetypes. And I'm going to skip forward and give you a little summary here and then give you the book, okay? The first place I write about in the book, The Proximity Principle, is the place where you are. In Dublin, Ohio, you already know and have all you need to get started. You just do. You start thinking about how many people you know, Kayla, in Dublin. Let's have some fun with this. Give me a round number. Don't worry about how accurate it is. How many people do you know between acquaintances and former coworkers and friends and family in Dublin, Ohio? Give me a number.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. Maybe a couple hundred.
Couple hundred.
There's quite a bit. Yeah.
I know. How many people do you think each of those couple hundred connections know?
Probably the same.
Yeah, you doing the math on that real quick?
That's
thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people that you can get to. You've got to start doing good old-fashioned word of mouth. Hey, I'm doing this for this person. I'm wanting to pick up 2 or 3 other clients. Here's exactly what I'm offering. Put a little menu together like you would a restaurant menu. Here's the services that I offer. Here's how much I charge per hour. Start telling everybody that'll listen, and that's how you'll build it. Don't overthink this. Just do that.